We're going to start with that setback in the race to vaccinate America. All 50 states have now paused Johnson & Johnson shots as regulators meet today to investigate those 6 cases of rare but potentially fatal blood clots. So far, 1 death has been reported. That's out of nearly 7 million shots that have been administered nationwide.
J&J now also pausing its clinical trials and delaying delivery of the vaccine to Europe. Dr. Ann Schuchat, the Principal Deputy Director of the CDC, is standing by exclusively to discuss it all. But first, Steve Olsensami is at the CDC in Atlanta with the very latest this morning. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, Michael. A CDC advisory panel is holding a virtual public meeting this afternoon where we expect them to discuss just how long this pause might last.
Drug maker Johnson & Johnson this morning is putting a hold on its ongoing clinical trials of its COVID vaccine and a hold on the rollout of the vaccine in Europe. They're giving health authorities time to investigate these unusual reports of potentially dangerous blood clots in a small number of patients.
I think the important thing to emphasize is that it is very rare. There were 6 women out of the 6.85 million vaccinations of the J&J, which means that it's less than 1 in a million.
The government is now telling everyone to stop using the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for now. So far, there is no evidence showing that the vaccine caused the clots, and the risk of being struck by lightning is actually twice as great as getting a blood clot after the vaccine, 1 in 500,000. There's also a much greater risk of getting a blood clot if you remain unvaccinated and get sick with COVID. This report from last July looked at more than 3,000 patients and found that about 16% struggled with some sort of blood clot.
Before people overreact and spin this out of control, we need to constantly think about the risks versus the benefits of everything we do. And so far, the numbers are very low.
According to the CDC, the 6 people with these rare blood clots were women between 18 and 48 years old. They all got sick about 6 to 13 days after getting vaccinated. For 5 of them, their first symptom was a headache. 4 of them dealt with neurological symptoms like feeling weak and not being able to talk or understand words. 1 of the 6 women was hospitalized and died of a brain hemorrhage after experiencing a gradually worsening headache 1 week after the shot. Another, in her late 40s, was hospitalized in Nebraska with what doctors say was profound bleeding. The reaction to all of this has Americans scrambling to reschedule appointments after being forced to switch to whatever available supplies there are of Moderna or Pfizer vaccines, which have not come with any reports of blood clots. President Biden says that the pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will not keep Americans from getting vaccinated by this summer.
There's enough vaccine that is basically 100% unquestionable for every single solitary American.
The White House, the FDA, and the CDC are all getting an earful over this. There's a strong feeling that 6 cases was just far too few to pause use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and that this is only going to make things more difficult. It will be harder to get Americans later to take this vaccine. At the same time, health officials are warning people who might have gotten this shot that if you feel some of those symptoms, the abdominal pains, trouble breathing, the leg pains, that you should call your doctor.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.